Okay, well, here we are once again, Beverly High School, the Cabot Lodge Fieldhouse. We just missed a point there as Avery Barra, the setter, took a serve going out of bounds. And trying to get you caught up to speed, we had some technical difficulties. The Panthers missing that point right there. So I am Rich Francis, your host for the evening, afternoon, whatever. And tonight we've got a tilt between the Danvers Falcons and Beverly Panthers. All right, so the Panthers not getting off to a good start so far, down 3-0 to start. One bad set on the Panthers and two bad returns on the Panthers. Now serving. All right. Corey Hahn with the pass to Avery Barra. And Bakiri with the swing. All right, Panthers got a chance to do something. All right, they got a chance. Barra going outside with it. Nice job right there. All right, so Panthers on the board now. All right, a little information here. Panthers starting the season with a new coach, Ashley Chalifour, former JV assistant coach here. Now serving Julia Ericola. And they can't get to it. And that's another point for Danvers. So as I was saying, Coach Chalifour taking over after 10 years of Pam Padavani being the leader of the squad. Okay. Spinell with the pass. Terry going deep with that. Okay, tough pass right there. They get up and block. And another swing. So Coach Chalifour taking over, replacing Pam Padavani, who coached 10 seasons here in Beverly. Pretty much was the program for 10 years. And the Panthers having a little trouble right now. Coach Chalifour looking up, maybe she's going to call a timeout. And we're going to get a timeout. All right, so we had some technical difficulties. This timeout will actually give us a little bit of chance to get on top of things. Give you a little heads up on what's happening. Panthers coming off an 8-10 season last year. Did not make the tournament. Then they lost their three top players last year, three All-Stars. As you can see, Panthers, Falcons, kind of different records. Danvers, one of the best programs in the state last year. And so the Panthers looking to kind of rebuild off last year's season. They've got a very senior-heavy team. A lot of seniors on the squad. There's a lot of experience. All the seniors did play last year. Ellis Bidell, the outside hitter, was on the team last year until she injured her knee. As you can see, the brace on her leg. We're expecting her to contribute a lot, come back and give some offense where they're hurting. Panthers, not a very tall team, so they're going to have to play defensively, which they haven't done so far. So hopefully they'll pick up on that. All right, Danvers to serve with the 6-1 lead. And that's going to be a tough one. That's a tough knuckleball serve. It was kind of wavering all over. All right, Panthers down 7-1. Beverly last year was second in the league in blocks. It was largely because of Kate Mulligan, the all-conference middle hitter. All right, so the Panthers need to get their act together a little bit. The beginning, first game, a little jitters going on. Tough serve right there. That's just a tough serve. Panthers were 5-5 at home last year. And they'll have 8 games at home compared to 12 away. And that's a point for the Panthers. Bad serve right there. All right, now serving the junior, Lori Harmon, taking over as the libero after the loss of Sophie Garrigo. All right, that's an ace right there. Call that one an ace. All right, Harmon, again, the libero. That one's going to go out. All right, so as I said, Harmon taking over for Sophie McGarrigle, the graduated libero. The other all-star that they lost was Alice Macara, the Italian exchange student, who was also an all-star. That's another ace against the Panthers. Some tough serves coming from Danvers right now. And that one a little too tough, going out of bounds. All right, now neither team really playing very cleanly right now. All right, coming into the game now is Caroline Stott and also Angel Deschamps. Okay, Stott coming in as the setter for Avery Barr. Chalifour has got some versatile players on the team, which is nice. She's got some setters who can hit. Oh, someone's in the net. And that's going to go to... we got the... Okay, Beverly with the point on that one. Looks a little confusion. Nope, Beverly's in the net. Danvers gets the point. A little bit of confusion going on here right now. All right, so as I was saying, there's some versatility. They don't have a lot of size, but they do have versatility. They've got some setters who can hit. They've got some defensive specialists who can hit. So they've got some versatility. Anyway, all right, Nicole with the pass. Stott with the set. They called it for a double hit. Okay. When setting the ball has to come out of your hand cleanly. You can't hit your hand simultaneously. It has to come out of your hand simultaneously together. All right, okay, Harmon with the pass. Another tough one. All right, Coach Chalifour not happy with what's happening right now. She's going to get herself a timeout. Try to gather up the troops. All right, Panthers down 14-4 right now. As I said, we've got a senior-heavy team, and throughout the season, we'll try to get to know everybody on the team, both the seniors and the underclassmen, to give you a little idea. Also, through social media, we'll be doing our game day shout-outs. As people respond to us on social media, we'll shout out to them. So we'd like to give a shout-out to both Lisa and Ben Fabry, who are two of the Panthers' biggest fans. Their daughter Brooke, also known as the Queen of Aces, is on the team. They're here just about every game. I think I can see them right across the way over on the stand. All right, Danvers to serve with the 14-4 lead.
Yeah.
As we try to figure out the substitution situation. Yeah, that one's in the net. We'll take that. All right, so right now we've got out there Ellis Bidell to serve. Caroline Stott, the setter. Rory Harmon as the libero. We've got Julia Aricola, Angel Deschamps, and Liv Thomas up front. Yeah, that's an ace for Ella. Okay. So Spidell coming back off a serious knee injury last year. Cost her pretty much the entire season. Oh, Harmon couldn't get to that one. All right, so it was a big windup and not much of a swing, and I think it was sort of like a changeup right there. Coach Chalifour carrying 15 on the squad this year. So as I said, with the okay, Dan was putting that one in the net. With all the seniors, she did need to carry some lower grades on the team to continue developing the team. So, okay, Thomas the pass. Okay, so we pretty much have, so we've got two setters out there, although Sean is playing the hitter right now. Thomas with the rollover. Ooh, that's just a nice big swing right there. We don't have the Danvers roster on us here today, so we're just going to have to call them by their numbers. All right, so we've got 16-7 Danvers. Danvers beat Beverly 3-0 last year in their one matchup. Again, Danvers didn't lose many last year. They didn't lose any in the conference. Sean with the save, and she can't get to it. All right, so passing seems to be a bit of an issue right here, right now. Let's see if they can get their passing shoes on. That one's in the net. Panthers benefiting from Danvers serving right now. So, all right, Barra coming into the game. Interesting fact about Avery. Avery is an avid boar hunter. Not only does she hunt the boar, but she eats the boar as well. She eats the whole thing from tail to tusk, I guess, as they say. And that's an ace for Avery. Every year the team seems to have a theme. This year's theme is Mudita. Barrow at the serve. And goes out. No touch. They called that a touch. It was off Beverly. They called the touch on me. So this year's theme is Mudita, which is a Sanskrit word, which means sympathetic, vicarious joy, happiness rather than resentment at someone else's well-being or good fortune. It's the opposite of schadenfreude. All right, serve. Harmon with the tough. Can't make the pass on that one. All right, so the Panthers still having trouble passing the ball. They're down 10 right now. Now, with a team that's lacking height, you're going to have to make those passes. You're going to have to be a good defensive team. Okay, Barra shooting it over. Ooh, another double hit. All right, so it seems the referees today's game are pretty strict on the double hit call. You never knew what you were going to get last year. Some of these guys are letting the balls roll all over their arms. And that one's in the net. But it seems these two gentlemen are going to be pretty stiff with those calls. All right, Aricola with serve. All right, Panthers get a chance to do something with this. Rolling over. Nice pass. Shooting outside to Spidell, going across the court. They dig that up. Oh. I think that was just into the net. I don't know if they called that a block or not. Couldn't really see what that was. But, you know, I'll give it a block anyway. That was blocked by Emma Knott. And that one's into the net. All right, so the Panthers down 10. They've only got 4 points to give up in this one particular match. Girls varsity volleyball is best of 5. So let's see. Panthers looking to get their act going now. There it is. Spidell rolling it over. Spidell getting back up there. Coming over. All right, pass. Aricola, Barrett, and back set. Bakiri. I'm sorry, that was Brooke Faber. Brooke with a nice swing right there. Tough thing with this is when they have their backs turned, they don't have names on the back of their shirts, and so many of them have the same hairstyle. It's hard, it's hard to tell. Okay, so Harmon, pass. Serve, excuse me. All right, so the kids are a little out of sorts, as am I. They're out of practice. Oh, nice swing right there. Aricola back row. Julia with the kill. Julia was one of the big surprises in the team last year. She was a steady player. Put in a lot of work during the off-season. A lot of these balls out. A lot of these girls put in a lot of work during the off-season. A lot of them playing club ball. Giving them some extra practice. Learn some new skills, develop their skills, get their legs a little stronger. Everything else that goes with that. Lori Harmon with the serve. The drop. Knuckleball. Harmon going to get that. Arcola. Barra swinging that one over. That ball's coming up. Oh, and double hit right there. Oh, called the net. Kind of looked like a double hit to me as well. Okay, so one called it a net, one called a double hit. All right, Panthers coming back. They're down 6 now. Harmon, the junior, to serve. Oh, nice dig. Barra settles out. Avery with the swing. Going over, Harmon with the pass. Going over to Barra. Barra to Spidell. Spidell with the kill. I will say this, having Ella back this year will help cut the loss a little bit of Kate and Alice. Kate Mulligan and Alice Nicard. Ella was going to be a starter on the team. Oh, that was a nice swing right there. Ella was going to be one of the starters on the team last year until she got injured. So it's like having a red shirt that year, medical red shirt. All right. Pass to Barra. Barra going over to Fabry. Oh, arcing that one. All right, we got a free ball coming over. Nope, not coming over. All right, Panthers at 17 now. It's a 5-point game. All right, in comes Deschamps and Stott. Caroline Stott. Caroline Stott Jr., who also played club ball with some of these girls. Angel Deschamps. One of the captains, 3 captains, Avery Barra, Angel Deschamps, and Ella Spidell. Free ball coming over. Harmon with the pass. The set. Deschamps, little drop. Okay. Another one, free, not quite a free ball. Okay. Stott with the set. Double hit on the set. Okay. So a lot of unforced errors right now. That's the tail of the tape right now. Panthers gotta tighten things up a little bit. Our cold pass to Stott, and that's blocked. Coming over. Oh, and that's a kill for Ella. Spidell, 3 kills on the day. So we've got 23-18. Not much margin of error left. Ella enchanted, as we like to say. Oh boy, that's just right down. And she gave a little hand gesture there. It's the equivalent of a backflip right there on the home run. Hand gesture. All right, we got ourselves a match point, game point. Match point. Jump. Stott over to Deschamps. Deschamps, nice swing. Oh, couple nice dig right there. Oh, Stott, nice. Over there, Liv Thomas. Nice swing. Oh, nice up. Spidell with that knee, still moving around a little bit. And the kill for Danvers. Okay, so that's game 1 right there. Danvers wins that one 25-18. 25-18 right there. That one actually kind of moved fairly quickly considering the score is as high as it was. All right, the teams will now switch sides. All right, so sloppy start to the season, both on the court and in the booth. And I'm still trying to get my bearings. You'll have to forgive me as the throat's getting a little hoarse. That first day of school, gets a little tough. All right, so as I said, we're going to do some shout-outs right now. Shout out to Tim Moreland. Tim said for the girls to kick some butt. Tim's a long time Beverly sports booster. Had a couple kids go through the school. Let's see who else we got here. We got my good friend Hookie Schlabonic, former producer of Universal Side Dish. chiming in with a hey, what's up? My brother Dom says it's always good to beat Danvers. It doesn't matter what town you live in. Dom's not a Beverly guy, but he's a Gloucester guy. But you know, Gloucester beating Danvers, Beverly beating Danvers, really doesn't matter as long as you beat Danvers. It's really always what we like to see. I'd like to give a shout out to Leslie Ericola as well, Julia's mom. And also, Julia's got a younger sister, Nikki, playing on the freshman team this year. Nikki worked in the booth with us a little bit last year. All right. So we've got ourselves 1-0 start for Danvers right now as the two sides switch up a little bit. As I said, we're going to try to get to know everybody throughout the year. We're going to try to teach you a little something, teach you about some of the players, teach you some of the terms, volleyball terms, things like that. All right, so it looks like we got a little bit of a change right now. Let's see who we've got Emma Knott in the front, Julia Cola and Deschamps, Angel Deschamps in the front row. The back row, we've got Liv Thomas, Ella Spidell, and trying to see the number there. I can't really see who that is. 7 now. This is Beatrice Lesser. All right, Beatrice coming up on the team. She's a sophomore, coming up from last year's squad, younger squad. So getting her first varsity action. The name like that, you can, I'm sure we'll come up with a good nickname for her. Seems like a nice kid, not the lesser of two evils. I apologize for that one already. Also right up front with Beatrice is Emma, I'm afraid not. I don't make these, well actually I do make these up, I'm sorry folks. All right, so Chris Chalifour mixing things up a little bit. I think at this point she's still trying to figure out what the lineup's going to look like. So we're going to have to figure out who's going to go where. Although it is a quick season, so you really kind of have to figure out what you're doing relatively quickly. All right. Danvers with the serve. The pass. That ball's over. Okay, Danvers gave it right back. All right. Oh, nice dig. Nice up. All right, free ball. Spidell with the pass. And set. Harmon going to just push that one over. Oh, quick set. That ball's out. No touch. Point Panthers. All right. All right, that's a nice way to start the next game. All right, Deschamps coming out. Barrett coming in. Faber in. And Lesser's out. All right, so Avery Barrett. Serve. Slight jump serve. All right, that one's in. Oh, that's a double hit that they didn't want to call. That was kind of a rolling set there. They didn't want to call that one. They were kind of tight on the sets in the first game. This one, maybe not so much. All right, so the Panthers up 2-0 with Captain Barrer to serve. Oh, touch. Oh, go get that. All right, they got a good chance to make a play. Barrer can't get that over. All right, so Avery got turned around on that one. It was a tough play. All right. Panthers up by a point. They were serving 1-2. Ooh, a little drop. That's a nice serve right there. A little drop ace right there. Looks like Ella's still trying to get her wheels back. Get that big brace on there. All right, we'll take that one into the net. All right, Panthers leading 3-2 right now. Julia Ericola to serve. Julia this summer studied to be a circus performer. Her father's big fear was that she was hanging out with a bunch of clowns. Ooh, man, that one's going nowhere. Panthers with a 4-2 lead. You'll notice I'm solo this year. I don't have my partner, Griffin, this year. Griffin decided to take time off. I'll explain that in a second. Just with a put down right there. Griffin decided to take time off, try to find himself through cryotherapy, mindfulness, and chakra realignment after a devastating zoo incident. right, Harmon going over with that. Okay, and all right, they're still having a little trouble moving the ball around where they need to. 4-4 is the score right now. All tied up. Oh, that one's in the net. All right, so Panthers taking the lead. Panthers seem to be taking the lead every time Danvers wants to put the ball into net. Now coming in, Liv Thomas. Liv Thomas this year learned to count to 30. Nickname's Einstein. All right, that one's coming over. Liv gonna try to go for the kill, then get the kill there. All right. Panthers with a chance to do something. Finally with the set. All right, they couldn't do much with it though. Going the deep ball. Ooh. No block on that one. You got to kind of get in their face a little bit. All right, they got to flip that score a little bit. The score is mixed up. I believe the score got mixed up there. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, no, I'm right. Roberts got the proper score, 5-5. All right, now it's 6-5 or 5. We'll see. What I'm seeing on the scoreboard in the above the court is a little different than what we're seeing on the television, but I trust Robert more than the team's working there. Nice dig right there. Oof. They gotta get the block over there. They don't have any size, but they gotta at least get a piece of that, slow that down. That girl was just pounding the ball down, and she lets you know it after every swing too. All right, so Danvers up 7-5. All right, there you go. Going out there, Spidell going deep corner. Nice spot. When in doubt, go after a corner. All right, got a couple subs coming in now. Angel Deschamps coming in, and the Beatrice Lesser both coming into the game. All right, Lesser to serve right now. All right, Panthers down by a point right now. 6-7. Short. Yeah, ball's coming over. Got to get. Ooh. Coming over. It's Danvers ball. Not Beverly ball. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Yep. Got a little too aggressive with that block. All right, we've got ourselves 7-7 game. All right, Lesser drop serve. Okay. Got to talk. We got to talk. A little miscommunication there. Those are the types of plays that really kind of kill you. The lack of communication kind of things. It's what we call a husband and wife, where the ball kind of goes in between both. That's not going to work the way they wanted. All right, a lot of unforced errors in this game, just like the last game. Not as bad this game, but nice pass. And the setter wasn't there. All right. Again, I think that's a little bit of a communication thing. You got a new player on there, trying to figure out what to do. It's tough because Angel Deschamps, he's now playing outside hitter, is also a setter. So, he's also a setter, so I think maybe that confusion may have come from that. All right, Danvers taking a 4-point lead now. That was a quick swing right there. Danvers got to get the serve back. They drop Army with the pass. Okay, Thomas, the swing. It's up. Oh, we couldn't get to it. Okay, Coach Chalifour, going to get a timeout. All right, so far what we're seeing is this is where not having, I think, Kate Mulligan like they did last year. Kate was a force at the net. She was the best blocker in the conference. They don't have anybody of that caliber, which nobody has anybody of that caliber. She was an extremely good ball player. They've got some good blockers, but nobody like that. Kay's actually kind of an intimidating force out there. So teams would actually try to hit around her and move it around. Right now, Danvers doesn't seem to be afraid to just get the ball over there and just take a swing. So the Panthers got to figure out a way to either block or dig that stuff up. If they can do that, they can get right back into this thing. It's only a 5-point game. All right. So we got ourselves a 5-point game here. Danvers to serve, leading 12-7. Ooh, that's another thing. I mean, you have to get to the serves. You can't do anything if the ball just drops down. That's a tough serve, I will say that. It's a knuckleball that kind of drops in front of them. They have to be able to get to those serves. Now you go a little deeper. Hyman with a little trouble with that one. All right, so we got ourselves a 14-7 score. We were tied at one point. Now, Danvers has gone on a run. Oh, I think she might have been on the line on that one, but we're not going to get anything. Thomas into the net with that one. In volleyball, there's quite a bit of downtime in between plays. We'll try to fill that space with some commentary. As I said, give me a chance to get to know everybody out there. That's another ace for Danvers. Angel Deschamps, senior captain, she worked with Interpol this year to stop the black market pangolin trade. If you don't know what a pangolin is, I suggest you Google it. Barry, Spidell, nice. Took a little off that play of the block. That's Spidell's 5th kill of the night. So it looks like Ella's pretty much back after that knee injury, as I said. It's an imposing looking knee brace she's got there, though. Deep serve. Ooh, and she's into the net on that one. That's a product of a good serve right there. You give them trouble with the serve, they can't make the pass. Nice serve. All right, Panthers down 7 points right now. Spidell to serve. 9, serving 16. Nice serve. All right, got to get up and block that. They're not getting the blocks quick enough either. That's okay. Alacola rolling that one deep. Causing a tough pass. Oh, the ball's coming over. All right, that was a nice play right there by Danvers. All right. Oh, into the net. All right, so the Panthers will take that. It's now 10-16. Spidell's still serving. Ella's plan of going deep with the serve seems to be working. Danvers isn't able to get any good swings off the deep one. That one, they get a chance right there. Swinging in. Trying to do a little loop around. All right, so the Panthers making a run here. Behind captain Ella Spidell. Ella worked as a shipwright this year, building custom skiffs. Got to go in. Again, that was a product of no block. I think that's going to be part of the issue this year for them. They don't have the big hitters. Some of their hitters are shorter side. That one's into the net. All right, so Panthers getting the ball back. Coming into the game now is Emma Knott. Emma Sailors Knott. As I said, some of these names we can do a lot with, so we'll be having some fun. Liv Thomas with the serve. Liv's serve has really improved this year, over the years. A couple of years ago, she really wasn't the best server on the team. Had to get subbed out for serve, but she's really a good server nowadays. That's a nice dig. Ooh, can't get the ball over. That's a nice dig by Thomas right there. All right, Thomas out of the game. All right, 18-12. Nice pass. Punching that one over. And a little campfire right there, dropping in between everybody. Everybody's all around. All right, Coach Chalifour with another timeout. See if we can get something else moving along here. All right, so As we take a look, Falcons with a 7-point lead. Panthers looking to get back into this here. As we take a look, again, we've got a large senior class here. Gotten to know some of these kids over the past couple of years. Brooke Fabry spent her summer collecting sand dollars. Natalia Francis did an internship designing fashion for Ivanka Trump's Regular Mom collection. All right, Danvers to serve. They're waiting for the timer for the timeout to stop. Coach Chalifour, I think, was just trying to stop the momentum there. Wasn't a whole lot of anything she had to say on that. Just get it together. Vidal with the pass. Lesser over to Deschamps. Deschamps going deep. They dig that one up. Big swing coming up. They dig it up by Harmon. Get back over. Nice swing by Eric Kola. That's Julia's second killer tonight. All right. Out comes Deschamps. In comes Barr. Out comes Lesser. In comes Fabry. All right, so we get a 6-point game here. Fabry, with her wild boar hunting, has earned the nickname Pumbaa. Oh, tough serve. Not how you draw it up, but we'll take it anyway. All right, makes it a 5-point game. Panthers can roll a couple points here. They might be able to get right back into this. That ball's coming over. Nice swing. All right, get ourselves a free ball coming over. Getting the pass. Really trying to get to it. Pass wasn't there. All right, so Panthers down 6 points right now. The margin of error is getting a little smaller. That's not what they need to do. We get 21-14. All right, Harmon's pass to Barrett. That's a double hit. She might have been better off bumping that one. That was a tough one to set. Wasn't high enough. All right, Danvers to serve. Oh, another husband and wife right there. Kind of caught in between. All right, so Panthers really have very little margin of error at this point. All right, Harmon with the pass. Nice pass to Barra. Barra coming over. Oh, nice little one-handed push. Not. Okay, oh, someone's in the net. Yep. All right. Panthers with the point. All right, Panthers going to have to go on a roll here. Can't really give up too many more points. Ericola with the serve. Nice dig right there. Oh, here comes the... Oh, wow. Peculiar looking play right there. That was a big swing and was pulled off a little. All right, Ericola serving. Down 7. Nice serve by Julia. Nice low serve. Shooting that one over. Giving the ball to play. A little miscommunication there. Again, I think sort of that early season rust. Trying to figure out what to do. Move around. We'll figure it out though. This Chalifour will get them in good form. All right, 1 point here. Yeah, the ball's going deep. All right, so the Panthers still not out of it yet. 7-point game. They have no margin of error at this point. Okay, not coming out. Thomas in. Rory Harmon, the libero, to serve. Good, nice tough serve right there. Ooh, nice up. Oh, that was a tough play. Rory was right there. Ella got it, so Rory couldn't get to it. But hey, you know what? They're hustling right now, so that's all you can really hope for right now. They're not getting down. They're helping each other out. Remember, Mudita is the theme of the year this year. mudita. Again, Coach Chalifour using a Sanskrit word, essentially means happiness that others are doing well. And in a team sport where there are only so many positions to play, that you have to have that philosophy. You have to be happy when your teammates are doing successfully. Even though it may mean you're not playing, the team sport is, if someone's doing well, the team benefits, and everybody has to kind of look at it that way. All right, so the Panthers lost that one by 8 points. They're struggling to get their game together right now. They're playing a little sloppily. They're not making the clean passes that they need to. And you can't get a good set if the pass isn't there. And you can't get a good swing if the set's not there. So I think once they get that gelling together, you've got some new players joining this. It's a senior squad. You've got some new players, but you also get a lot of kids playing different positions this year, and so it's taking a little getting used to at that point. So Coach Chalifour is going to have to do some work with them. Again, it is a short season, so any issues you have, you're going to have to get it corrected relatively quickly. Now, that said, Danvers, conference champ last year, an extremely good team. So it's tough to start the season off against, what could be the best team in the league. If you take a look over at the Danvers squad, they've got a lot of size over there. Their front three right now are pretty much taller than anybody on the Beverly squad. And that's what Beverly's going to have to deal with. They're going to have to be able to get to everything this year because they don't have that big blocking that they used to. All right. So we're going to start game 3 with this. Panthers going to try. They have to try to get this one first. 1 point at a time. All right. So it's pretty much the same group. Nothing new going in there. Thomas coming out. Libero Harmon coming in. Barrett to start with the serve. Avery is also the class president of the senior class. So she's got her plate full between being a captain here and being senior class president. And it's boar hunting season. So she's trying to find the time to do all that stuff. And she's got to write college applications and all that other stuff. All right, nice deep serve. Oh, that's I don't want to call that one. Faber getting to it, though. Oops. All right, a little campfire action right there. It's not how you want to start the third game when you're down 0-2. All right, Danvers serving with a 1-0 lead. Ooh, Maricola, a little trouble with that one. That's one of the things is Coach Chalifour changing around their serve receiving this year. Using more people to serve receives, which means you have more people back there too. And that ball's out of bounds. Gives you more people to return, but it also can lead to some of that miscommunication right there. All right, Julia Aricola to serve. Let's push that one into the net. The Panthers have to take advantage of their serves. Last year they were one of the best serving teams in the conference. Oh, nice up. And that ball's out. So as I was saying, that the Panthers were 4th in the conference in aces last year, 2nd in blocks. It was largely because of Kate Mulligan. But they were 1st in aces. And a lot of that was Brooke Faber earned the name the Queen of Aces. Yep, blocked, okay, got a chance to make a play. And so they got to get that ace. They have to get those aces back. Okay, they're generally a pretty solid serving team. And I've noticed some of their servers have gotten better this year. So. Tough serve right there. Got to get up and block it. Oh, into the net. All right, so Panthers down a point now. All right, Rory Harmon, Jr., libero. Serve. Oh, that's a tough one. Okay. Yeah, nice set off the tough serve. Okay. Spidell going deep. Picking that one up. Coming over. Free ball. Go to top. There we go. Avery with the set to Ella with the kill. Another kill by Ella. Spidell with 6 kills this year. All right. Harmon. The serve. Oh, that ball's out. All right. So. Barra going to Spidell. Nice. Well, I'm pretty sure they know where to go when you need a point. I think Ella's going to be the ace in the hole this year. All right, so Beverly's up 5-3. I believe scoreboard above the court's off. Oh, a little campfire, a little drop shot right there, a little change up. All right. So again, it looks like Ella Spidell, she's back, ready to swing. She's got her swing back. All right. That's a tough one. That's tough. She pretty much had to run all the way across to get to that one. Lesser struggling to get over there. Just, it was not her fault. The pass wasn't there. And Danvers going to give you that one right back. It's always nice when the other team says, "Yeah, we don't want it here. You take it." So we may need to get a score check. There we go. All right. Thank you, Robert. All right, Spidell with the serve. Oh. Okay, Harmon over. Ericola rolling that one over. Okay, Danvers looking for a chance to kill something. Oh, they got a piece of that ball out of bounds. All right, so we got ourselves a 8-6 game. Danvers with the lead. Danvers up 2-0 right now. That was a tough one. That ball never came down from her. Rory going over, dropping that one down. Oh, and she gets herself the point. Not quite a kill, but just as effective. All right, Liv Thomas to serve now. This is a jump serve by Liv. That's going to be a free ball. Yep, that ball's into the net. All right, Thomas with the nice serve right there. We got ourselves an 8-8 game now. Liv Thomas, her goal is to go to MIT. She's a big, wants to major in underwater basket weaving. I think she's getting looks from some Division I schools on that. Ooh, that ball just never dropped. There was a nice serve. It just kind of sailed. Knuckleball never came down. All right, so Danvers with a 9-8 lead right now. It's going to be trouble. All right, so the Panthers down 2 points right now. Looking to get the ball back so they can get a few serves. Spidell having trouble with that one. Oh, that was a tough serve. Tough serve. A whole lot of size up front, so they have to do something. Ooh, that one drops in. That was a knuckleball. That was a tough knuckleball. Not a lot of size up front right now. You got Angel Deschamps hitting on the right side, who last year was a setter. All right, Davis giving that one right back to us. All right, Emma Knott, Jr. I think actually maybe the tallest player on the team. Or either her or Ella, I'm not sure. right, Avery Barrow back in the game. And out comes Lesser. Barrow with a tough serve. Nice handle. Oh, double hit. All right, that was a tough serve. Again, if you can make it tough, if you can make the serve tough, it makes it difficult for the other team to make a good pass, which they couldn't do right there, which led to the double hit on the set. And another tough serve, and that's got themselves an ace right there. Avery with their third ace of the day. That was a two-point game here. And another one. She puts a little curve on that one. Makes it kind of tough. That's a good swing right there. That's sort of a duck and cover on that one. All right, so Danvers serving 13-11. Little drop shot. Nice up by Harmon. Shooting over the Fabry, and they just block it. All right, it was a nice play by Rory Harmon, digging up a tough serve right there. Avery with a nice setup for that tough play. But again, Danvers' height just showed on that play. Three ball, Rory going over. Danvers going to go outside. Ooh. Oh, nice up. Oh, nice play. Got a piece of that one too. The block was there. Got a piece of it. Chalifour with the timeout. Coach Chalifour, I think, understands that you can't take these timeouts home with you. So every once in a while, it helps call that timeout, maybe break the momentum, give your team a little breather, reset the clock a little bit, get everything back going. All right. Good use of a timeout right there. A game can get away if you let the other team continue with the momentum. So that was the right call right there. I like it. All right, so the Panthers down 4 points right now. Definitely not out of this thing. They're down 2-0 for the match. For this match. So let's see. Going on here. Oh, got to wait for the clock. I think the problem may be Coach Chalifour may be a little quick on the timeouts. It's going to use all that time. Again, it was just a momentum breaker. Nice play. Nice set by Avery on that one. I've been a little too close for Brooke. Again, if you're not a taller player, you want that ball set back a little bit. A little bit better angle on the net. That's going to drop right down. Harmon can't get to it. All right, 17-11, Danvers. All right, so we've got Brooke going over with it. Oh, and no. Just hate to see something like that. That's a play where, Danvers doesn't really make a good play on that, but they benefited from someone just being out of the way. So. All right, Danvers leading 18-11, and they're going to put that one into the net. All right, so 18-12, 12-18 right now. And I see Coach Tony Pascarosa is in the house here. All right, Panthers with the point right there. Coach Pascarosa, one of the assistant coaches on the football team. All right, 13-18. Maricola with the serve. Julia going with the deep one, giving him a little trouble with that one. Let's see what happens. They're going to make a play. The ball comes over. That's a nice play right there. Barry with the chance to get a set, and Fabry going over. Got to dig that. Oh, nice up, nice play. Get that over. Nice dig. That might be the play of the day right there. Get out of there. Nice play by Rory Harmon. Nice dig. Harmon with the great dig, and then the next play right after that just as good, and then they get the point. think that might be the play of the day so far. Game's not over yet. Aracola going that deep one. Gotta get up and block that. Got a piece of it. Nice up. Nice up. All right, now we're seeing that defense. Now we're seeing what the Panthers need to do. Ooh. There we go. They gave him the line on that. Ooh. That's a tough one. They gave him the line on that one, though. All right, so the Panthers, some good defensive plays right there. And if they can start making plays like that, I think they'll be all right during the season. As I said, they don't have the blocking, so they're going to have to dig everything up. They got to have the quick feet and the quick hands to be able to dig that stuff up. And that one's going to drop. Ella with pass. All right, so they get a chance to do something. Avery going over. That's a double hit. One of the problems one of the risks of a back set is you do risk that double hit. And Chalifour going to get another timeout. All right, so the Panthers are down 6 points right now. So Coach Chalifour, again, trying to break that momentum. Let's see if she'll use the whole 60 seconds right here. But again, I think it's less about telling them what they need to do and just kind of calming things down, get them, you know, just to relax a little bit. All right. You know, as you can tell, it doesn't look like she's, you know, telling any technical stuff or mechanical stuff. It's really about just, you know, things like, you know, move your feet, be there, work, help out. Again, I think that was more of a momentum stopper right there. Why waste your breath? Why waste time saying stuff when you know, this is a senior team that they know what they need to do. It's just a matter of them doing what they got to do. So I think over the course of the season, you're going to see this team develop and grow. All right. So we got a 20-14 lead for Danvers. The ball is popped up. Spidell with the pass. Avery getting saved. Good job staying out of the net. Another kill for Spidell. If they can get another big hitter like Ella, offensively, I think they'll be okay. I don't know, you know, who that's going to be just yet. But Ella seems to definitely be their go-to when they need a kill. And you know, I think in Ella's case, that knee's probably still not 100%, so towards the end of the year, she'll probably be ready and she'll be doing a lot more. Nice up, nice save by Avery right there. All right, Danvers with a chance. Oh, nice. Oh, couldn't get to it. All right, so the Panthers down 5, 6. We're getting mixed messages up on the scoreboards, two scoreboards. I don't know. Well, I know ours isn't the official one. I know there's a book, so it's a matter of getting everybody all together. Another kill right there. All right, so we have we've got the 3 seniors up front. Sophomore, junior, and a senior in the back. Oh, Beatrice Lesser. Ooh. Nice up by Beatrice. Settles up. Oh, I'm sorry, that was Julia. Oh, that one's going out of bounds. All right, one thing about this team is, you know, again, with these seniors, they've kind of grown up together in this sport. They've been together for 4 years now. They spend a lot of time together. 17-22 now. They spend a lot of time together. They do their little pasta parties, go out to dinner after practices, things like that. And they're actually real good about bringing the younger kids along. They bring them in, but not just the varsity kids, but the kids on the sub-varsity teams. And that's another point for the Panthers. As I said, I've had the opportunity to see this team grow and develop. And, it's really a great bunch of kids, a lot of good students. student athletes, true student athletes over there. All right, another point for the Panthers. All right. There we go. Getting their serves in. Again, I think one of the big keys is if you can get your serves in, that can help you out, especially against some of the lesser teams. You don't want to give teams extra points. I thought she was over the net on that one. I don't know. It kind of looked like she might have come over, but I guess not. Unfortunately for the Panthers, they don't have such an easy schedule. The Greater Boston League teams were not exactly the toughest teams in the league, so those were sort of like automatic wins. Teams like Malden, Medford, they're not going to have those this year. And they actually picked up some tougher teams. They're going to play Swampscott later on in the year. They're going to play Wakefield as well. So they get some tough teams. Not just their out-of-conference games are going to be difficult. So they really have to take advantage of the not-so-great teams. All right, that's a point for the Panthers. So they really need to win the games they need to win and steal a couple games if they want to get to the tournament. That's really what we're looking at here. You know, playing Danvers to start while, you know, they're a tough team. This kind of stuff makes you stronger. Iron sharpens iron. Oh, nice up. Oh, it's going to drop. Oh, a little campfire right there. Looked like the Panthers were going to get to the point, get that point, and then they got a nice dig by Danvers. Not a lot of movement on the feet right there, it looked like. Thomas coming out of the game. Looked like she hurt herself. No, I think she's okay. That's just Coach Chalifour talking. All right, so it's a 4-point game right now. The Panthers down 4. This is a match point right here. Panthers have no margin of error whatsoever. They're going to make they got to do everything. Okay, so Danvers giving that one. All right, so the Panthers got to get their serves in there. No chances. Fabry coming in, and Barrow coming in. All right, so Avery going to serve. Senior tri-captain. Serve. See if she can get 3 points. Tie this thing up. All right, nice serve. That ball's coming over. They get a chance for a play. Harmon with the pass. Shoot over. Ericola. Nice dig. Oh. All right, they get a chance. Danvers making a play. That was a nice play right there. Going to make the dig from the count. Going Ericola. Nice swing. Nice up. Another nice up. Danvers making the plays defensively. Harmon coming over to Barra. Fabry. Danvers setting for a big one. Oh, and Brooks in the net, it looks like. Oh, no, Danvers in the net. Okay, all right. All right, so this one's not... All right, Avery with the serve. Tough serve right there. They're going to get to it. Nice play. They get a chance. No. Ace for Avery. That's her 4th ace of the day. Okay, it's a 1-point game. There we go, get the serve in here. All right, Danvers got a timeout. Little momentum shift right there. Now, you know, they were down to their last play. They could have just hung it up, but they said, you know, let's keep on going. They keep on fighting. They're right back in this game. 2 points, 3 points actually, and they can win this game. All right. Remember, in volleyball, you have to win by 2 points. You have to win by 2. So if they can tie it up here, it's anybody's game. But they do have very little margin of error. I tell you, I look over at this Danvers team. There's a lot of length on this team. I mean, these girls aren't just tall, but they get some, you know, the arms to go with it. All right, Avery Barrow with the serve. Down a point. Match point. Panthers sporting new uniforms that took him a long time to get. And she pushed that one into the net. All right. Tough to lose on that, but you have to be aggressive. You know, try to get back into it. All right, so the Panthers go down 3-0, 0-3 to one of the best teams, if not the best team that they may face this year. All right, Danvers didn't play their best game either, but the Panthers were kind of sloppy, especially in the beginning of the game. They looked like their game got better as the game went on, as the match went on. So I think if they can improve, if they have that growth mindset and just get better every game, every play, every game, every match, I think they'll be okay. Coach Chalifour knows these girls. She knows what she's going to do with them. She's going to take a little time out. They do a little circle up as they figure out what they're going to, Coach going to talk to everybody. Looks like a little ritual that they're going to be doing this year. Okay, so let's recap this. So again, the Panthers went down 0-3 to a very good Danvers team. Some of the highlights of there, Rory Harmon had a great dig early in the game, in the last game, that kind of brought them back into it. They couldn't really do much to get the win, but they fought back. They were down 7 points or so. They fought back, lost by 2. So, it's not exactly what you want to start, but there is some growth. There's room to move. On the positive note, some of the players of the game, we've got Avery Barra had 4 aces during that match. She's the setter on the team. But the one thing I think really kind of stands out, Ella Spidell had a couple of aces, but on top of that, she had 9 kills in that match. If Ella can continue that, I think 2 things. I think the team's going to be able to develop a little bit more. Now you got a big gun that you can go to when you need a point. If she can play like that, I think she'll be a conference also this year. But having her back will help mitigate the loss of the big hitters that they lost last year. Again, one of the big problems for the Panthers is they don't have a ton of size. So they are going to have trouble with blocking teams. They're not going to lead the league in blocks like they did last year. But, I think there are some bright spots. Coach Chalifour, trying to play some of the younger kids in there to see what they can do. And so we get an opportunity to build on some of the things. I think Coach Chalifour knows what they got to work on. She also knows what their strengths are, and I think we're going to see them do pretty well in the next few games. Now, that said, they've got Marblehead on Friday, at Marblehead, so we won't be with you on that one. Marblehead, again, one of the better programs in the league. So you're starting off with the iron. Hopefully that'll help the team build and become something. Do something later on. So you can take a look. You got Marblehead, Bishop Fenwick, Peabody, all tough teams. The next time you'll have me out there is on the 11th when they face Peabody. Peabody, I think, is a team they can beat. Bishop Fenwick is a good program, but I think that's a beatable team. Marblehead's going to be tough, but I think they can, if they play their game, I think they'll be okay. So with that said, again, Beverly Panthers ladies volleyball going down 0-3 to a tough Danvers Falcons team. I'm Rich Francis, and I'll see you again next week. Thank you very much.